Hey, what's going on, friends? Welcome back once again to Baddest Chaplain Podcast. Hoping all is well with you and yours. Today, I'm joined by my brother Mocha. We're here to speak about a fantastic new animation that he's working with, a Nyamakop, to be able to release to you all called Relooted. So, Mocha, welcome to the podcast. How are you, brother?
All is well, brother. All is well. I appreciate it, and I'm very thankful for you reaching out and having me here. So I'm excited.
Of
Excited
course,
for
of
the
course.
game. Excited for this.
Yes,
We've been,
yes.
we've been holding this information for a long time, so it's nice to
I believe
finally
it.
get to speak.
Exactly. Let's start there. Like, talk to me a bit about what led you into animation and game design. Like, when did you realize this was something you enjoyed doing and wanted to do?
Well, for me, when I was growing up, when I moved to South Africa, I couldn't speak the language.
Huh?
So the only thing I could understand were the pictures and body language.
Yeah.
So I got good at seeing action and
Mhm.
seeing emotions from action and from acting. So that kind of nudged me towards animation, emotions, such things like that. And then eventually there was a school that I went to that offered specifically animation. So by
Mm.
so right after high school, I just in the middle of high school, I already knew where I was going.
Yeah.
So I went and I did the animation, but it was mostly for film. But the thing that got me into it was gaming. I didn't know game design was a thing in my
Right.
country at the time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
that's such a
many
real thing.
years later of animating for films and TV, then I got
Awesome. Awesome. So, was that call initially with? Am I saying it right? Is it Nyamakop? Is that the way you say it? Yeah. So, like, when did you first become involved with the studio, and what's sort
yeah.
of like the origin story of that? Yeah.
So I had posted some animation on my WhatsApp. So I had
Uh huh.
worked with the art director before on another TV show many years ago. So
Yeah.
I just posted some stuff I did. And then he was like, yo, dude, I'm working on this thing and we need
Yeah.
animation. So I was like,
Yes.
okay, cool. I can freelance, you know. I'm kind of stable where I am at the company I'm with, the studio I'm with
Yeah.
now. So I can freelance for a bit. So I freelanced for maybe a year with them
Mhm.
on the demo. And then once the funding kicked in for them, they were like, okay, now this thing is getting even more serious. So we need someone
Yeah.
full time. So I was
Right.
like, okay, I'll jump ship and I'll join. Yeah. So I've been on this path since then. So this was about uh 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
all roads led
It's
to
4 years ago.
your work now. Yeah, so 4 years ago, and all roads led to your work now. We're talking about the game Relooted. And so for those who hadn't had a chance to see that incredible trailer y'all put on, social media, talk to us about the story behind the game and how it came to life.
Yeah. It really comes from our CEO Ben's heart. This kind of game.
Yeah.
So his parents were quite involved in South Africa. They love the culture. They just love everything about it. And so somehow his mother told him, imagine a game where you could like get all of Africa's artifacts back. And he was like, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. So
Love that.
that's how the game literally started. That's the beginning from his mom. Yeah, his
Yeah,
mother was
shout
like,
out.
make this game, and he was like, of course, mom, I'll do that.
Yes, yes.
So here we
Shout
are.
out to Ben's mom. Shout out to Ben's mom. That's brilliant. That's fantastic.
Yeah, shout out to Ben's mom.
Yes, we have to. We have
They
to.
had I don't remember the details, but she left the country
Uh-huh.
and then they were living in Australia and then they just
Okay.
missed South Africa so much and then they came
Right.
back and they were like, you know what, South Africa is the place to be.
Come
That's how they
on.
felt. They
That's
were
it.
like, we should be here. Here's good.
Love it. I love it.
Bring our
I
stuff
love
back and we're
Yeah.
good.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's it. Well,
yeah,
I think, like, I'm recording in the States, and I think that a lot of the sort of, like, public conversation this has been a conversation for quite some time all throughout the diaspora, but I think the public conversation got reignited in the States after watching the, movie in 2018, Black Panther, and you're seeing that opening scene where Killmonger standing in the British Museum, and he's
yeah,
explaining to the, museum director exactly where those artifacts come from. It's like, how do you think they got here? So just
yeah, exactly. It's I think it's a necessary conversation,
Yeah,
especially for uh, all Africans, regardless of the diaspora. Everyone, I think, is trying to find the fullness of their identity,
absolutely.
and it's not a goal to tread on anyone or to blame anyone. We just want to know, right?
Right,
Like there's nothing wrong
right.
with just knowing.
Just want to know it. No, it's really that
Yeah,
simple. Really that
yeah,
simple.
exactly. And I think it's yeah, it all lends itself to the decolonization, I guess, to some
Certainly.
many degrees. Yeah.
So what makes Relooted stand out from other platforms or like, there's other looter style games in the video game industry. What would you say makes Relooted distinct?
I think it's very narrative. Uh, the very fact that you're dealing with real life artifacts.
Hmm.
What's nice about it, it is Afrofuturism and it's very imaginative, but
Yes.
the details in it are very real. The names of the places are real. The characters are real. Like it's very genuine in itself. So I think that's the one thing that makes it really stand out. Is I feel like it's a very authentic game.
Certainly.
You can pick it out very easily. Like you don't get this kind of game all the time.
I'm here for that.
From the
Definitely here
narrative
for
to the mechanic, having it being a like a puzzle game mixed into this free running thing. So there's a lot of elements in it, and then there's like the story in it. So there's a lot happening. Are we still here? I think I
that.
got
I think,
disconnected
yeah, I
for
think,
a
yeah,
back.
yeah, but we're back. We're back. We're back. I was like, we just got to wait it out. I know it's going to come back. But yeah, so I wanted to ask you about like the approach to character design and animation for Relooted. Like, can you walk us through the
Yeah.
creative process?
Yeah, so when I had joined, I got an art brief, and it was around the time when Arcane was like, blowing up on Netflix and things
Yeah.
like that. There was this great push for this 2D brushstrokes with on 3D models. So for me, it was just like very easy. It's like, well, you want it to look like Arcane, then I guess I have to try and animate
Right.
like what's on Arcane. So that's basically my process. I was like, I'll just copy that guy.
Right.
Like,
Makes
because I mean,
sense.
everyone loved it. Everyone loved it. So that's what we went with, and I guess they were happy. I think it feels right. The animation style, I think, works for what it is.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Because the thing I like about the animation style is that it kind of makes it look like comic book pages come to life.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
it really feels like, especially with the emphasis on narrative that Relooted has, it really feels like you're turning the pages of a comic book, but it's like really popping out and it's moving
yeah.
and it's living, which I really think is cool.
I had actually struggled at the beginning because I had come
Mm,
from film and
yeah,
very like specific high detail things like that. So crossing over into
sure.
gaming was quite a challenge for me, at least
Understand.
in the sense of like the technicality, the technical
Yeah,
things. Yeah, but I think I'm okay now. I get it.
hear that. I hear that
Well,
for sure. So talk to us a bit about the specific African myths or symbols or cultural aesthetics that shape
mm,
the world building and Relooted. Like, were you all focusing on like a specific cultural group, or was it kind of just like a broad, like Pan African view?
it's very world building, very Pan African. When you look at the characters, you have one of the characters, Trevor. He's got this like a shawl slash scarf thing that he's got on, and the pattern is a Soto detail. It's called Siana Maren. This
Okay.
pattern, yeah, so very specific to Lesotho. And then he's got the leopard print. It's very specific to the Zulus.
Okay.
And then when we look at you get a chance to go into the world outside of the museums and such, and it's very Ndebele influenced. A lot of
Mm,
zigzags, a lot of colors. It's very bright. So
yeah.
there's a lot of Ndebele in there included. Yeah, and we have some other characters from Northern Africa. So we try to include everyone into this
Yes.
specifically the team. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you'll notice it on the scarves and all of these details. So it's like those things like those who know will know. Cause
Yes.
yeah, because many of those patterns are very indigenous to South Africa, Southern Africa. Yeah,
That's awesome. So would you
yeah.
say would it be a stretch to say that in some ways Reloaded is like a love letter to South Africa?
Yes, yes, yes. It's a love letter for South Africa and the whole of Africa. Other team members are from Northern Africa.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Yeah. So
Really cool.
yeah, even the team in the game and the team that's making the game
Come
is a
on.
Pan African. Very Pan African as to the core.
Here for it, through and through.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Is there a particular animation or cutscene that you and your team are really proud of? Like, you were like, "Oh, this looks amazing."
yeah. There's the last one. It's right at the end. Right at the end. Everyone, we all try to cook there because that was like the climax. Like,
Yes,
yeah, not we're pulling out all the stops, so we
that's
all just
right.
try to cook as hard as we could. And
Absolutely.
also the beginning, the opening sequence. Yeah, the team. I was like, look, this is how we're starting. Like, we have to start on the right foot.
That's
So
right.
you can't make mistakes.
No,
Not the place. Not the place. Yeah. Exactly. So the beginning and the end, and some in the middle as well.
awesome. That's really awesome. So how do you define Afrofuturism? Because I believe, if not already, certainly once this game is fully released, that's going to be all the talk about this game. That it's Afrofuturistic. So how do you define Afrofuturism, especially in the context of gaming and animation?
Yeah. What's funny is that before I had joined the company, I was doing my honors degree and I had done my thesis on Afrofuturism. So
Yeah.
I took it as a sign I should probably join the team.
Yes.
So that was one of the reasons I joined. So I had read up a lot on it, and I think it's the way I see it is a way for Africans in their different diasporas, so on and so forth. It's a chance for them to express their Afrocentricity in the future, to install it there and say that
Yeah.
these black people have their own space and their own voice. So it's very progressive. Like, we are forward thinking and we do see Afrocentricity being something that is valuable even in the future. So once you speak about it more, then it starts to sound like decolonization. Um,
Right. For
so
sure.
I think Afrofuturism is the artwork of decolonization. That's
Yeah.
how I see it. Yeah.
Absolute.
Yeah. Because it's very different for everyone. Because when I watched Black Panther at first, were things I couldn't understand. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't understand. And then I had to watch it again. And I
Yeah.
realized that I have to watch this movie from as much as I could from an African American's perspective. Because there's
Right.
layers, political players in there that I
Absolutely.
experience in
Right.
Africa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
after watching it the second time, that's when the pin dropped, and I was like, nah, I get it. This
Yeah.
is then that's when I started ticking in my mind about Afrofuturism is it's important for I think the diaspora, everyone to see it the way they see it. Yeah. So
Doubt about it.
yeah, so I loved it more afterwards.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so extraordinary to that exact point that it helps. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you see this online all the time. People are talking about like diaspora wars and it's just like all the infighting that's happening. But there's so many beautiful distinctions. Like I think about all the cultural contributions throughout the diaspora that we really can enrich one another. For example, while I was writing my dissertation and writing about abolition and how to help incarcerated people in the states who are disproportionately African American, I was listening to Piano the whole time. Like, it was something about the rhythm that was just powering me through my dissertation. So it's just like it was truly a Pan African contribution. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the more people the more practice is in it, then we'll start seeing the common thread within Afrofuturism. And then I
Yeah.
think the thread we can hold on and be like, actually, this is what's uniting all of us.
Yes.
Because we're all different, but we all
Absolutely.
know that at the core, we're very much alike. I mean, we're from the same
Precisely.
continent, right?
Yes.
I think I want to see it more just so I could see where the similarities are. where the differences
Totally.
are, and appreciate both. You know,
Yeah. No
yeah, I think
question.
it's nice to hear. It's like, yeah, I love all of it. So,
Oh,
and now I'm
certainly.
seeing even other cultures giving their own take.
Yeah.
So those who are from like the Mayan, Aztec, they come from
Yes.
that heritage. They're also starting to push their artwork and also their culture
Love
into
it.
these things. So I'm like, it's just gonna be rock and roll all the way. I love this.
That's
So
right.
there's gonna be so much good artwork to come from it.
Totally.
Things we've
To
never seen, which is what I love. I just want to see things I haven't seen.
That's it.
That's
That's
that.
that's all it is. That's all it
Yeah,
is. And it's such an educational aspect to that too. It's like, I just thought this was a really pretty print, but no, you like you're saying, "Oh, this is a print that comes from Lesotho. This is a print that comes from North Africa." Like, it helps to educate you while you're appreciating the aesthetic for sure.
yeah, exactly. I think that you hit the nail on the head there, like the education, because a lot of the stuff, our education was kind of hindered. We can't learn about our own culture in schools anymore. So having this Afrofuturism is at least gets us a chance to knock on that door to start knowing about the
Mhm.
past, knowing about the culture, things like that.
Totally, totally.
Yeah.
So who are some other Afrofuturist creators, it could be in games, art, film, or music, who inspire your work?
Yeah, it was definitely Black Panther. That is like, of course, prime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I think it's also not just Afrofuturism itself that inspires me to make Afrofuturism.
I hear that.
It's like if I'm watching something and I see that they're introducing a culture, and I just like to see how the director is introducing it. Yeah, how the people speak, what this pattern means, how is this tied to their
Right.
religion, their culture. Then I take that way of thinking and then I apply it to Africa,
Yeah.
just to see what I'm gonna find based off of what I've seen. Like I love another game, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes. Yes.
Like you can see the Aztec and the Mayan influence in there,
Right.
and it's futuristic. It's such a
Right.
strange blend. It's like there's villages, but there's these very postmodern, futuristic machines. But there's this
Yes.
Aztec influence. I'm like, I've never seen that. This is what I want to
Come
see.
on. That's what you want,
So
right.
in the same way, it's like I'm trying to see more of Africa doing
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah, I think it'll just take time, but we keep going.
Certainly.
Have to
Yeah,
keep going.
certainly. Certainly.
Yeah.
So speaking about that, having sort of like indigenous space mixing with future tech, how do you balance that in your own art? Balancing futuristic elements with a cultural authenticity, and in this case, like an African rootedness.
Yeah. It's incredibly difficult. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made a character once.
Mhm.
I used the Zulu culture as influence. So as an Afrofuturistic character, but somewhat blending it into cyberpunk somewhat.
Mhm.
So I had put boots on him, very
Yeah.
futuristic boots. And
Huh.
then someone was like, but it's African, so why don't you make it barefoot? And I'm like, I don't know. Can't Africans have shoes?
There's
Yeah,
too much
so
to
it's like
ask.
it's very difficult to balance it and make it feel. You just have to go with the feeling, to be honest.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I'm like, I understood it. I'm like, yeah, feet, because I guess that's the stereotype, but it's also like it's not completely a lie.
Right. Right, right, right.
Shaka Zulu trained his soldiers to run barefoot on thorns. That's what he did, so
My
that their feet
goodness.
could be harder.
Yes. Right.
Because no one's wearing shoes, so
Yeah.
you just need to have stronger feet.
That's right.
Yeah, so so trying to find you need to. I think what's really important is is justifying those decisions. If you're able to justify them, I think then that's probably then it's okay, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Totally. But how do you see, with that in mind, like, how do you see African narratives? Because this explosion of revival and renewed interest in telling our stories in the digital age. How do you see this evolving in the global game development space?
I think it's going to go far. To be honest, I think it's going to go far. There's a great push. I think not just for me. I think a lot of artists, let me say, want to see different things they haven't seen before, and I think it's quite intriguing. I mean, people love God of War. right? And
Yeah,
it goes
right,
into
right.
this mythology, and he went was in
Mhm.
Greek mythology, now he's in Norse
Yes.
mythology, and then
Right.
there's the what do you call it? Rumors of them going to Japan, going to Japan or going to Egypt.
Okay.
People are interested in seeing other cultures,
Right, of
right?
course.
So at some point, Kratos is gonna have to come here, isn't he?
Yes. Some point. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time,
Yeah.
Kratos.
But I think it's nice to have these cultures being introduced to us, and I think Africa is also one of those cultures. And I think it's important that also we get to the forefront and also have had told these stories, whether they are related to the politics or related to the mythology.
Certainly, certainly. So what advice would you give, in the same way that you're talking about being inspired by Black Panther, and I know I found myself after the release of the movie Sinners that I was unintentionally speaking like Ryan Coogler. I'm just so fascinated by everything he does, right? Like
Yes,
how would you want to convey the message to a young African creator, a creator in the diaspora who's hearing you, who's playing the game and is getting inspired? Would you want to tell them about how to get into animation and gaming?
you have to be relentless.
Yeah.
You have to be relentless, and you have to really want to do it. It's not a
Huh?
easy. It's not a very simple. I'd say it's somewhat simple to get in, but it's not simple to stay in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear
so
that.
you need to have grit. You need to have to
Yeah.
grit. I'd speak at least for a lot of the guys here in South Africa. When I started working, I was the first man in, last man out.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know of any other animator that's been doing animation for as long as I have,
Come on.
and is of this pigment
Yes. Right. 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 Right.
in the space, because our industry is very small. It's not everyone
Okay.
who has the privilege and such an opportunity to do animation.
Hmm.
When I was studying, there was maybe like three Africans, including myself, in the whole campus. So
Right.
it's not so you have to just be more ruthless than the next guy. I don't mean like be rude or anything, but you have to realize, like, if you're not gonna be the best, then things might be difficult.
Right. Right.
You have
I
to
hear
have no
that.
excuse. They have to have no excuse to hire you.
Come on. Come on. Yeah. So you're talking about that pursuing excellence.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. That has to be
Yeah.
like the standard.
Yeah.
Try to be the best at that thing that you're doing, whether it be the modeling, the animation, the texturing, whichever department. You have to be excellent for the top tier, cream of the crop. That's what you have.
Cream of the crop. Got you. For sure. For sure. So,
Aim high.
yeah, aim high. You have to aim high. Certainly, certainly. So talk to me about when this game fully drops. How can people get the game? Like we're excited about it or reloaded over here. How can folks learn about where to get the game?
It's gonna be on Steam, on Xbox, I think the Switch. Where else? Yeah, everywhere on the PC. If you have a
Okay.
PC, you have an Xbox, you're good to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And when is the official drop date? When does it officially come out?
I wish I knew, Chris.
I'm with you
I wish I knew.
because I've just been refreshing. I've been on that Instagram page refreshing, bro. Just I hear that. I hear that. That's
I
so
don't know.
real.
Like, we've just been at it. Like, when are we releasing this game? It was like just one more thing, one more thing, one more thing.
I understand the feeling. I
Been a lot of
understand the
one more
feeling.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? Greatness takes time. Greatness takes time. So that's really how it goes. But how can people keep up with you and your work and support the work of Nyamakop? How can we keep ourselves informed?
Yeah. Well, on the socials, Instagram, TikTok, those are the big ones at the moment. That's where most of the content is going to be pushed to. That's like, share. It's
Yeah.
the most we can do. I can ask
Absolute.
for, really, to
Right,
the
right, right.
who want to see it. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of media coverage at the moment, so we're very fortunate in that light. Radios and blogs, so it's going well. I mean, we have amazing people like you reaching out, so I think it's so far it's been really good, really good.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, the socials is the place to go.
Sure, for sure. So I'll be sure to put the IG and the TikTok handles on the episode description. But Mocha, this has been a joy, man. I just want to thank you so much for your time and thank you for working on this. I think this is a personal note. Like I'm homeschooling my sons, and I can't wait to get them this game so I can tie it into the curriculum, so I can show them,
You,
okay, this we're gonna play this game, but we're also gonna learn something about the cultures all across the
yeah,
continent, and really excited about it. So
that
thank you.
that is beautiful. Yeah, yeah, that is beautiful. Yeah, and I think that's one thing I could add to what makes the game stand out is the educational value that it has. You
Yeah.
know, I learned so much from making the game.
While making it right.
Not like I know about the cowboy skull, just general knowledge. You know, like these are things that I'm learning about the Dahomey, buffalo, and all of these
Come
things.
on.
This is wild, and learning
Yeah.
about where they came from and their cultural significance.
Yes.
I think I forgot the name of this one artifact, but it's a bone. I think it's a bone and it has some what appears to be numbers. So it says that what I heard is that it's the oldest record of human beings doing math.
Whoa.
Yeah. Thing was in Congo or Uganda, in West Africa, and
Wow.
now it's wild.
That is
But where's this?
wild.
Where is it? Not
Right.
here.
Where's his bone, man?
Yeah, it's like,
That's a
why you have
fact.
it? You know, yeah. So
Right.
it's yeah, yeah. Because when you
So
start seeing those things, then it changes your mind about who you are.
yes. Yes, of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
your hopes, your expectations of yourself are so different.
Yes.
Like it's really transformed. It transforms the mind. You know.
Question.
Yeah.
No
So the
question.
more you see it, and you start realizing these were ancient kingdoms that were thriving, and
Right.
many of the things we're using today is based off of what was found then. And then you start to realize, you know what? All of these stereotypes is just a lie. It's just a blatant
Lies.
lie. There was
Yeah.
nothing, none of it actually applies to anyone of this
No,
pigmentation.
that's
So,
right.
yeah, so it helps a lot. And I think it's very good when children know that because the step that they take, the confidence that they'll have, like they'll never feel bad. You know, they'll never be made to feel bad for it, just having more melanin than the next guy.
Exactly.
You know, so I think it's a very good thing for everyone.
I'm here for it, man. And it's such exciting work, and I can't emphasize my appreciation enough, man. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Of course, of
Been it's
course.
been a, it's been an absolute pleasure. I don't get to have these conversations much, so
Ah, no, the feeling is mutual. The feeling is mutual, man. Like this is a joy for me too. And friends, for those of y'all who are watching and listening, be sure to, as always, subscribe to baddestchaplain.com. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Substack, Apple, Spotify, any everywhere where you can get podcasts. Once again, Mocha, thank you so much, brother. Keep on keeping on, man.
man, likewise, man. I appreciate it. I
Anytime,
appreciate it.
anytime,
Yeah.
for sure.
Thank you.
Till next time, y'all. Take care and be safe.